November 27th, 2004, Mark Vance gave his life in the performance of his duties. He was 30 years old at that time. I remember when that happened. He was answering a call for service. One of the things that came to mind when I was asked to do this was, "There but for the grace of God go I." And every time one of us answers those calls and we leave it safely, then we need to think that, "There but for the grace of God go I." If you look in 1 Corinthians 15:10, in the writings of Paul, he says, "But by the grace of God I am what I am, and his grace which was bestowed upon me was not in vain. But I labored more abundantly than they all, yet not I, but the grace of God which was with me." And I bring that into relevance by telling you that the labors of Mark Vance were not in vain. Look around you today. Look at who's here. Look what his memory has done. We just need to keep his memory going. Having said that, I am fortunate enough to present the Mark Vance Award this year to one of my detectives. It is truly a pleasure to watch her do her job, and she does it with compassion and caring. And I don't know what else to say other than Abby constantly fights the good fight.
When I got into law enforcement 12 years ago, I didn't look at it as a job. It was a calling. And I pray each and every day for God to show me patience and love and kindness to each victim I come in contact with, whether that be a male or female. My job is not to judge anyone, but to protect and serve. And I take that to a high standard. I want to do that. That's my goal in life. So I really appreciate this award.
About 40% of our cases in our dockets are domestic violence. And it's often a lot of recidivism, over and over, a cycle. And we want to break that.
October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month, and today we pause for this time of remembrance, recognition, and rededication. We remember those whose lives have been changed by violence, their suffering, and their loss. We recognize those whose efforts inspire us to hope and give us courage for living into an ever-renewing world. And today we rededicate ourselves to the work of ending violence. We pledge our allegiance to a personal and community code that teaches children in explicit terms that violence is a choice with judicial, emotional, and spiritual consequences.